Hello and welcome to the Drep and Stone podcast, a podcast where two friends raise a glass and have a conversation. I'm Nick.
And that is one of your smoother... I'm Kyle. That is one of your smoother intros.
Yeah, and then you
really
you
laid back.
flubbed it a little bit. I mean, you
Well,
were
no,
just you were in
brought
awe.
attention to it.
Right. Well, no, I don't. Yeah, you did, but you were in awe of it. Is what happened.
Yeah. I mean, whoa.
Yeah. I
was relaxed.
Yeah. Well, that's the point. You know,
Grateful.
you don't want to be like shocked.
No.
Yeah, sometimes I guess
Yeah,
sometimes
you do.
shock is good.
You do sometimes, yeah.
Like, hey.
Hey! Welcome to the Drips. Like, you've done those.
Yeah. No, I definitely have.
There was an era.
Yeah. Well, see the
the
last.
shock.
Hi.
And now we're in the awe.
Yeah. Hey, hello,
Aw.
and salutations. And welcome to the Drep and Stone. I got to get comfortable here. I'm like, I got situated. Here.
Yeah.
And so I just, I felt like I needed to introduce
Release some steam.
well, in like my late night jazz voice.
Yeah.
Hey man, how are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
I am also doing well.
Fantastic.
Got a question for you.
What's that?
You want to drink with me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. We're gonna put all the niceties aside and all the intros aside, and we're just gonna drink something.
Let's get to it.
Okay, Kyle. This week
We got a bottle.
we have a bottle.
Highly anticipated bottle.
Honestly, it's one that since I purchased it, we've been hanging on to it for a second, but I've not sipped it at all because I wanted to share it with you.
I can't thank you enough.
Kyle, this is a bottle from our friend W.D. O'Connell, Dahi O'Connell. This is the Union Road Irish whiskey.
Hell yeah.
It's aged 5 years. It's matured in you know what? I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I could read all this bottle stuff to you,
You could.
but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I know a way to be better. If we could hear the lovely tones of W.D. O'Connell himself.
Well, you're in luck.
Hey Nick, hey Kyle, it's Dahi O'Connell here from WD O'Connell, and I just want to say thanks for doing a little piece on Union Road. Much appreciated. Always love the support and love listening to the podcast when I get a chance. I'm actually heading stateside to Indiana and to Indianapolis in Indiana on Saturday for a week of pre-St. Patrick's Day celebrations. We're going to be hanging out in the Snug Inn in Irvington. Doing a launch of a single cast 13-year-old grain in rye at a whopping 122 proof. Doing some tastings around Indianapolis for the week and wrap it all up on the 14th at their St. Patrick's Day party. So on the Union Road, we're loving the response to this blend. It's been, it was a long time coming, and putting it together was a bit of a journey. I kind of had a version done maybe 2 years ago, and I was after doing a tasting at a festival I run, a whiskey festival I run with some friends called the Southeast Whiskey Festival in Ireland. And myself, it's a real industry event, and myself and Jarlath Watson from Ecklandville Distillery, County Down, and Mark Lonergan of the Shelburne Bar now, who does some work for W.D. O'Connell also, and I were upstairs in the Sky and the Ground pub, and we were talking about classic 70s blends from Ireland, particularly Crested 10. And we had a bottle of it tasting that night, and it was absolutely exceptional. And today you just can't get a blend of that quality, we felt. And we were then reminiscing about, Black Barrel is a modern contemporary style blend that's hugely popular, made by Jameson down in Middleton and Cork. So what I then set out to do after that was to reverse engineer if Crested 10 met Black Barrel and they had a whiskey child, what would it look like? And essentially Union Road is it. It has all the maltiness of that original Crested 10, the mouthfeel, the creaminess, the butteriness, the velvet texture. And then we've got this, toasted oak, the Rechar bourbon coming through, which is the Black Barrel influence style. And that's what we set out to do, reverse engineer that, and Union Road is where we have it. It's at 43%. And it's really, really popular for us already in a short space of time. Obviously, we're hoping that's going to grow a lot further.
There you go, from the man himself.
No better way to have it.
Yeah, absolutely. So I love that this is a reverse engineered whiskey, essentially.
Yeah, I know. And like that's some of the nerdy stuff that you love to hear in terms of like, we wanted to create something that resembled this, and then to have the knowledge to actually go and do that.
Yeah.
And know that this is how we're going to be able to make that.
Yeah, so the Crested 10 and Black Barrel, and these are things that we like from, decades ago, and how can we recreate that? How can we get something somewhere close? I've had Black Barrel, I've had Crested, but obviously not ones from the 70s.
Yeah, that has those notes from that.
Right.
With this kind of an influence from this. Boom.
Yeah.
Super cool.
So as Dahi said, we got 4 casks here, 43%. We got an ex-bourbon, we got a new oak, we got an ex-oloroso, and a recharred bourbon.
Cool.
Union Road 4-cask style Irish whiskey is a beautiful combination of Irish single malt and single grain whiskeys matured for a minimum of 5 years in a combination of ex-bourbon, new oak, ex-oloroso, and recharred bourbon.
Yeah, so do you think this was all the same? Is this like one batch of distillate that went into each of these 4 barrels? Like it spent some time in this barrel, then went to this barrel, and then went to this barrel? Or is it more we took that distillate, spread it across those 4 barrels, and then married them back together?
Kyle, here's what I've learned in our conversations, everything WD O'Connell.
Yes.
Any answer I give you is going to be wrong.
Is wrong.
So I don't
Correct.
I don't want to
No need. That's all just based, directed at you.
Dahi.
Yeah.
You want me to make something up? I can make something up.
What do you think?
Okay, so
What's your wager?
I'm going to say that this
Make
is...
your claim.
Yeah, I will. Here you go. You ready? I'm going to say this is all Irish whiskey.
Yep.
And all of this Irish whiskey has been put in barrels.
Yep.
And those barrels have been then blended together.
Yep.
It's made its way into this bottle.
Interesting. But it's all...
No,
and it's all speculation. Like it's all one same batch distillate that you think went into this barrel, some into this barrel, some into that one, some into that one.
Yeah.
Let them sit and then married back together. That's probably the most likely scenario, right? Probably didn't go like.
I don't want to answer you.
But at the same time, it's like I feel like I've heard him say that they do stuff like that. Like we took this and we put it in this barrel for a while and then tested it.
Yeah.
And then we thought, you know what? I wonder what would happen if we moved it over now to this barrel. Leave it there for a while.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh man, Kyle, you've led me down this path, and I don't like it. But
I just enjoy it so much that I yearn for clarification and understanding.
I agree, but I hate being wrong.
And I'm not asking you to be.
Okay.
I'm just like
no. Here's my thought. Here's in terms of my understanding.
Right.
Okay. I distill a new make whiskey. Right. It's essentially it's clear liquid.
Yep.
It is alcohol.
You got mash.
I got mash. It's distilled. I have 4 different barrels. I've got a ex-bourbon, I've got a new oak, I've got an ex-oloroso, and I've got a recharred bourbon.
Yep.
I put that exact same distillate in those 4 different barrels, and I leave them for 5 years. I have 5 different whiskeys.
Correct.
Yeah.
And now if you put those together, that would be a blend.
Correct.
I feel like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
My argument at that point would be that, all right, so now you do have 4 different whiskeys.
Correct.
That when you put those all back together, you're blending those all because all that whiskey has spent separate time in those barrels.
Correct.
Where if you take the whiskey and put it all into this barrel and then move all of that whiskey into this barrel, all of the whiskey has spent equal amount of time in each barrel.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
So now it no longer feels like a blend.
I've got 50 gallons. And I put 50 gallons in there, and then I moved it from there.
Moved all of it
same
to there.
50 gallons. Yeah, okay.
So all of that whiskey traveled through the barrels equally.
I'm with you now. I'm going to say that's not what he's done. I'm going to say that it's the former, not the latter.
But that's just what I was saying. Of like, I feel like I've heard him explaining to us before. Of like, like we had it, we put it in that barrel, and then we sampled it, and then we thought, well, I wonder what would happen if we put it over here into this barrel and we moved it into that barrel. Mm-hmm. And just out of the experimentation of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, certainly this feels far more structured and less experimental, and listening to him explaining it.
Well, the reason why I think it's these are aged in those is because it says matured in these casks rather than finished. And I think that's the distinguishing mark. Like you would say it was finished in, and that finish could be 6 months, that finish, whatever, versus this was matured in those casks.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
At what point is it finished? At what point is it matured?
We are so sorry.
No, I'm not. I find it so interesting.
Yeah. No, I'm apologizing because I know we're gonna get.
Oh, we're butchering it. Yeah, absolutely. And he's not surprised by that.
No, nobody is surprised by that. No, come in. You know, like we are.
He knows what he's getting
we
into.
are experts in our own right.
Sure.
We just don't make
In
this-
our own mind.
Sure.
We're at the peak of
That's what I
that.
tell people.
That right before we go off into the
Oh yeah.
Valley of Despair.
Yeah. No. I've been in the Valley of Despair for quite some time. I don't know about you, but like I that peak was
I
real
enjoy
quick.
the slide down.
Oh,
you know?
oh yeah.
It's a wonderful journey.
All right, you ready?
Yep. Ooh,
Nice little pop there for
hey,
you.
pop. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. You know what this weekend is, right? Dahi already mentioned it.
Yeah, St. Patrick's Day.
Was it? Oh, it's next. It's this weekend in terms of when the podcast comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
How unfortunate
Why?
for Rahi
Oh, to be here?
to be in Indiana. Like,
Poor Indiana.
bummer. Like, I don't know. Maybe Indiana has a large Celtic tradition.
Maybe.
Yet another thing that I'm envious as far as like Dahi's knowledge of whiskey goes, but to even be able to have the conversation of like, you remember what like old 70s style blends
Yeah.
and how great those were?
No,
like,
Dahi, I do
I have
not.
no clue.
Yeah.
No clue.
I'm sorry, I do not.
Pretty nose.
Yeah. It's easy going.
Yeah, it's subdued.
It is.
bit.
And I think like, it is 43, 86 proof, right?
Totally.
Okay. So like a lot of the things that we've had from Dahi recently, or like, have all been higher proof. So like not that I expected that like punchy thing, but like it's just super easy going,
Yeah.
which I would expect if you're thinking about how can we emulate those blends from the 70s.
Right. But now I do immediately, I think, pick up on the nose the bit of that black barrel concept.
Yeah.
Like from what I remember about like the, dare I say, the Jameson black barrel.
Sure.
A very similar kind of like dark caramelly
Yeah.
kind of profile to it.
Yeah. I get that. I get roasted toasted notes, and then I get very clear sherry. It's that Oloroso note is like, I don't even know if it's like sherry distinctly, but it is a wine, almost grapey note.
Yep. I get that.
Almost like you bit down on a fresh, dark red grape.
Yeah. Some butterscotch.
Yeah. Ooh. Do you get shortbread?
Not heavily influenced.
No.
I feel like it's,
It
my brain is telling me that it's there, but it's like, is it though?
it leans more bourbon.
Yeah.
It definitely leans more bourbon.
Yeah. More caramel.
Which I really like.
Yeah.
And I can feel on the nose, I can feel the malt versus grain. And
For
I
sure.
know that there's a blend there. So we just answered our question, man.
Yeah.
There's grain whiskey and malt whiskey in this.
You think?
Yeah, he said that.
Oh, you said it was.
Or I read that. One of the two. Single grain whiskeys. Single malt and single grain.
There you go.
All right, you ready?
Yes, I am.
No, I'm not. You don't have to tongue the glass over there.
Yeah, I do.
I say I'm not because I'm going to smell it a little bit more. Okay, I'm ready now. Oh. First thing that hits me, mouthfeel.
Yeah.
And it's this really interesting combination of claggy on the outside of my palate and then just really, really light.
Yeah.
Not
Velvety
watery,
creamy.
just velvety creamy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Just like
Yeah, I guess the creamy is more of like texture.
Yeah.
Not so much viscousness.
Right.
But
I would almost be like pillowy whipped creamy.
Yeah.
Like it's just light and buttery.
it's weird. Like I don't really feel like it's claggy, oily.
No.
It doesn't like linger. I feel like it finishes pretty clean, but just like mouthfeel
Yeah. It's that combination of like slick.
voluptuous.
Ooh. You've been doing some reading, haven't you? Voluptuous.
Yeah, it's almost like syrupy.
It is very bourbon forward to me.
Yeah, I could go with that.
A little bit of char, a lot of bit of toffee, caramely notes, and then some of the berry jamminess poking through the back there.
Yeah. It's friendly. Lower proof kind of helps it achieve that.
Yep.
It's not battling you in any way. It's still just
I like friendly. I really like friendly. And I think especially because like I love being challenged by whiskeys. I
Yeah.
love that challenge. But sometimes you just want something that like, hey, would you like a pour? And yeah, this is fantastic. This is a great pour. What are we drinking? We're drinking Union Road by W.D. O'Connell, and it is fantastic.
yeah.
And it's just, it's not something that obviously you can sit here and think about it like we're doing, but you don't have to battle it.
I know. And it's almost difficult to like explain it in terms of like, it's not boring.
Not at all. No.
It's not challenging. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It is just very like tasty.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's even keel.
It's not high proof, so you're not whiplashed by proof. It's just a nice smooth.
It really
I hate using that word.
I know. Not that I've had a lot of older whiskeys, but the older whiskeys that I have had, and there's been a few really whiskeys from like the late 90s. That's kind of the earliest ones that I've had. They have been just more approachable. And I think knowing what Dahi is trying to accomplish in terms of the whiskey market as a whole, I honestly think this is perfect. And my argument for that is, especially when you think about the American market is saturated with bourbon.
Right.
And so if I am a whiskey genius like Dahi O'Connell,
Right.
and I want to break into the American market and give the people really the whiskey that they deserve, which is all the other stuff we've had,
Right.
I've got to give them something that they can have that entry point and get them.
Right.
And this is a whiskey for your bourbon drinker.
Right. Right.
You know, that's someone who's like, I don't drink whiskey, I only drink bourbon. And we all go, bro.
Okay.
Right. Really, you're going to say that to us?
Right.
And so, like, if you want that kind of person to go, no, I really love Irish whiskey. And the Irish whiskey I really love, it's giving me some of the things that I already know and I'm familiar with and all those friendly notes. And it's adding that lovely, buttery Irish whiskey aspect to it.
Right.
Yeah. Fucking great.
It's perfect for a cocktail.
Oh,
because it's not going to be heavily influenced.
Sure.
This would work in like in an old fashioned.
Oh, for sure.
You know, like this would work in just a juice,
a Manhattan
whiskey.
Man, I think it'd work in Manhattan. I think any application you could use for bourbon, this would be perfect.
Yeah.
It's going to add a little bit more sweetness because it's still got, again, those bourbony notes that you're going to like if you are a bourbon drinker.
To be able to have this on the regular.
Yeah.
As like just an easy pour.
Yeah.
The flavor that you're getting is perfect.
I would say for someone who also enjoys a product like a Jameson, like, you know, maybe a Teeling, maybe some of the other.
You don't have a Jameson right now.
Not a regular, no. That this would be a great step up. You know, like, I love Irish whiskey. Oh, do you? What's your favorite Irish whiskey? Oh, Jameson. Cool. I'm not going to hand you Hooker by Crook. I'm definitely not going to hand you any of those like other bespoke Dahi bottles. I'm going to hand you this.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Have you tried WD O'Connell? Here's a step up from your Jameson.
Yeah. Let me open your eyes up to this.
Exactly. And like, you've got to then earn Hooker by Crook. You've got to earn Bill Phil. You're not there.
Right.
But this is a super great entry point into more bespoke, more well-crafted, dare I say better? I'm going to say better.
Yeah.
Better Irish whiskeys.
Completely agree. Delightful.
Now that we've got another fantastic pour from WD O'Connell, what would you like to talk about this week?
All right. So I recently saw something on social media,
Sure.
the internet.
Yeah.
That thing we live on. It was talking about how we were never supposed to live in gray. And the whole concept was, it was a guy pointing out that how everything nowadays has shifted to a gray neutral color palette.
Yep.
Whereas like when you look at things back in the 70s, be it clothing, be it cars, be it fast food restaurants, like whatever it was always exploding with color. It was just so much color, vibrant colors everywhere. Tie-dye,
Yeah.
you know, like literal like color explosion.
50s diners.
Yeah.
Neon signs.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
cars of the past. They were always like they were never gray. Like
Yeah.
you couldn't find a gray car back then. Like, but nowadays everything is just like neutral browns and grays.
Yeah.
And how you were not meant to live in that, but like that's just what we have now because that's the most easily adapted to, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I found it really interesting about like why is that? Why is everything that we buy now like you know, think about like old refrigerators. Like what was the color of your refrigerator growing up? We had a yellow one.
Ours was like a weird tanny yellow.
Yeah.
I remember honestly Carol's fridge. Carol's fridge was like my wife. Just so everybody, those of you brand new listeners, Carol's my wife. Carol's fridge was like a baby poo green. I I think maybe I'm making that up. Maybe it was like
I've seen some baby poo green fridges back in the day. Yeah,
maybe it was like a cream color.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking for some reason it was baby poo green.
they just had baby poo on it.
Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, like I
Yeah.
mean, even stuff like that. Like, you know, I was refrigerator shopping recently.
I'm sorry.
And it's like the options are
Black
light
or
gray, dark gray,
Stainless.
black,
Yeah.
white, or blue question mark. It's gray.
Yeah.
But just like subtly blue.
Sure.
The most
Yeah.
subtle like drop of blue pigment into
Yeah.
a 3-gallon drum. Blue.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hell, man, look at cars. Like you literally, you go to a parking lot. Your
That's
phone.
blue.
That's not blue. That's gray.
It's blue.
Nah, your phone
he
is
said
gray.
like that was the color on the box.
Uh-huh.
Blue.
To be fair,
I was
so
like, no way, dude.
so is mine.
this is blue.
This is blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, what color is that?
That's gray. That's dark gray.
That what was it? Black. Like,
Yeah,
that might be
really
black.
dark gray.
Yeah. No,
Otherwise known as charcoal blue.
Apparently, it's midnight blue.
Right.
Yeah. I was just at a rodent-esque
Sure.
theme park lately.
Yeah.
And I literally am looking at all of the cars and white,
Like in the
white,
parking
black.
lot?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
White, black, gray, white, black.
Yeah.
You know, and when you see a car that's like a different color, like Toyota's got some really, like they've got like a really poppy blue, like really bright blue.
Right.
I recognize poppies are red. So
Poppy.
Debbie, don't email us. But it pops.
Right.
Or freaking Honda with their like pilots and stuff like that. Like they're some cool colors. But I remember colors of cars as kids of like bright greens and reds and all sorts of things.
Right. Those still exist.
They
Like you still
do.
see them from time to time,
Yeah.
but like I hate to say it.
Yeah.
But I almost kind of feel like whenever I see that now, I'm kind of like, well, they're pretentious.
Yeah. Ostentatious.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like why who are you trying to impress?
Yeah.
Like a rooster with
gracious. Like, calm down.
yeah.
You're probably a bit much.
I'm not having a conversation with you, but I know what that conversation sounds like.
You're loud. You're just loud.
You need me to recognize who you are. And I see you.
I get it.
Right.
I get it.
Or man, those like bright orange or green Jeeps. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
But the more I think about it, it makes sense in terms of like our entire being as a whole. Like our world has now become so much smaller in terms of like our color. And I think the video that you're talking about makes this statement as well, that like our version of color is now a 6-inch rectangle in our pocket. So it makes some sense. You said that like the whites and the grays, the muted colors are kind of just safe. So you said adaptability. I think it's that. And I think it's like the way we're building things is not for pleasure right now, not for like, wow, how, you know, I love this thing. I want color and I love this thing and this makes me happy. It's, I want to be able to sell this thing later,
right.
Or I want to be able to like enjoy this thing in 20 years. And if I paint it as, you know, mustard yellow, like I'm happy now, but I'm just gonna have to repaint it in like 5 years.
Yeah,
So
or
like,
I'm renting this space.
Right,
I
right.
can absolutely paint this, but they're going to require me to go back and paint it back to the
yeah.
basic anyway. So
Or like I bought that hyper green RAV4 and now I've got to offload this hyper green RAV4. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like it's not easily given to everybody because not everybody wants
right.
that
A
color.
hyper green.
Correct.
RAV4.
Right.
Right.
No, I don't have one. I have a gray RAV4. So everybody knows.
Right.
So if you want to buy it.
Right.
So I think it's, I think you're right. I think it's about utility in some ways versus no, that thing should make me happy now.
Well, I mean, and I think for me personally, there's an aspect of color absolutely can be like personal identifiable. Like
You're right.
Like I got this because this is my favorite color and I need it as often as I can get that color. I enjoy buying things that color.
Right.
Black.
Right. No, I like
Dark blue. Midnight blue.
Yeah. Well,
Like your phone.
and
Socks? No, they're
my
brown
car-
today. Wow.
yeah, my pants are blue.
Yeah.
My car is blue.
Is
My
it?
other car is blue.
Right.
Yeah.
You had a blue car for a long time.
And I bought another blue car. I just
Light
like-
blue.
Huh?
Your other car was lighter blue.
It was lighter blue. Yeah, this was a little bit darker blue.
Yeah. But like there's also like a permanence to it. Of
Yeah.
like I'm concerned if I got like a radically colorized thing that like I would get tired of it and want it to be changed.
Yes.
So I think there's something to like the neutral gray tones that like, okay, they're hard to get tired of.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
absolutely. Well, I think it's not just that; it's fatigue in that way. Like
Yeah.
in terms of our phones, or in terms of like the color that we do consume, it is very in your face in some
And
ways.
temporary.
Right.
Yeah.
So then, like before we got the gray RAV4, Carol had a bright orange car.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you don't remember that? Bright orange.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
I don't
bright,
remember.
bright orange car. Yeah, and it was a lot.
Yeah.
Like everybody knew where she was.
Right.
Looking back on it, I don't think it's a bad thing.
I don't think it's a bad
But
thing
also
necessarily,
fatigue.
but it's like, when you make those kinds of choices and,
Yeah.
you lean hard into it, like there is going to be fatigue in terms of, I don't like this color anymore.
Right.
Like that just happens where it's hard to happen to eggshell. It's hard to happen to khaki.
In some ways, like our entertainment has gotten gray too.
Has it?
Like so many movies lately.
I mean, that was always like a big argument for Marvel.
Exactly. I was just gonna that was gonna be my argument. Like Marvel is all just grays, and I recognize why, because it's able to be fit into so many scenarios, and like you don't have that fatigue. But like when you think of old superhero, you think of like 60s and 70s superheroes. Like these guys and women were like bright and vibrant, and like when you had the weird blotchy, I forget that art style, like dots,
Pointillism.
Thank you. A lot of it because of the way the printers were, right?
Right.
But they were bright and they were vibrant. And if you were to give someone a bright, vibrant comic book movie today, it could land really well, or they could go like, wow, this is too much. Like Spider-Verse. It's really bright and vibrant and gorgeous.
Right.
And people eat it up.
Yep.
So like, why not go back to that?
I wonder if it is something to do with like when you go back to like the 70s,
Yeah.
hyper color everywhere. You don't have certainly don't have the amount of entertainment that we have today.
Yeah.
I wonder if there is something about like just because today we have so many opportunities to get in terms of like advertisement and stuff like that. Like we're given so many more opportunities perhaps
Yeah.
to be exposed to so much color.
Right.
Whereas like back then it was kind of almost like
The only access to color we have is the color that we create.
that you
Yeah.
choose
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, and I think like, okay, look at the like clothes styles of the 60s and 70s and 80s and into even the 90s. Like how generally bright and vibrant those things were. Like,
Right.
paisley patterns that like just you don't, if you see them now, you're like, oh, those
Right.
are gaudy.
Yeah.
And like those were fairly commonplace, or at least, not that I was around for some of that, but the recollection is those are fairly commonplace.
Right.
I mean, I remember like neon colors and bright splashes of color, and the old Taco Bell, like that teal and purple.
Yeah.
Like that being very 90s teal and purple.
Yeah.
And like,
That was the interesting thing in the video was the fast food restaurants.
Oh, yeah.
Of how they evolved from like the McDonald's crazy colors, play place and stuff
Yeah.
like that to like nowadays where they're just like gray concrete
wood paneled.
rectangular buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very, what's the artistic style or the architecture style? Dare I say like Soviet bloc.
Yeah.
We're just making these-
Gulag.
yeah. Like you need building.
Yeah.
Building.
Here is building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I say all this and like, would I want all that color to come back? Do I
Right.
want all that?
Right.
And I don't know.
It's great in doses,
It is. Because then like,
Or like, have you ever gone to I remember one of the very first cruises I ever went on
yeah.
was on a Carnival ship.
Oh boy.
And it was like that. It was like color everywhere.
Yeah.
And it does just be, and I don't know if it's just because like at that point in time, like you're kind of desensitized to it. You're not used to it as much.
Sure.
And it was an older boat,
Right.
but it was one of those things of just like, man, that's too much. Like
Yeah.
it's just too much. Like there's a balance to it for sure.
Absolutely.
It can't all just be extremely vibrant all the time. You're going to get just as fed up with that. And I think that's kind of, perhaps why like modern
Yeah.
design is so kind of void, or it's like, you have accent walls,
Yeah.
or you have, the focal pieces and things
Right.
like that might have a huge amount of color in that item, but where the rest of the design is neutral tones and things like that.
Well, and I think about you said modern. I think about like mid-century modern, where you had like interesting textures and you had like design that was everything was a little bit different, but it all kind of cohesively worked together.
Right.
I'm not saying like across the board, but you might have like the couch is the bright red. And like, would I ever choose a bright red couch? Probably not. But everything else around it might have been, a more muted color, but like that is the piece that is like, that's the thing that stands out.
Right.
And so then you don't have to have all of the color. It's just, that is the one thing.
Right.
Maybe. I don't know. I think like what it's getting at though is physicality versus virtual. And we are so becoming even more so insular in terms of the box, right?
Right.
That like our world outside, we don't want all that stimulation anymore.
Right.
And so I think the argument is like, well, what if you gave me more stimulation here and less on the phone?
I mean, that is the case for sure in the Matrix.
Sure.
When you're jacked into the Matrix, everything is bland,
Yeah.
grays and stuff like that. That's why the woman in red pops
Right.
so well. And then outside of the Matrix, more colors and things. I think it's the same way in Ready Player One.
Yeah.
Yeah. And inside the Oasis, tons of color and things like that. But when you're in the real world, it's just rainy and dingy and gray.
Have you ever turned the gray mode on your phone?
Yeah.
Dude, it's bizarre. And like,
Yeah.
I did it for like a couple of days to see like, how does the color change my perspective of the thing?
Right.
And like, you engage with things less readily because they're not as colored.
Oh, yeah. Not as grabbing.
Yeah. It's that like slot machine kind of thing. Oh, that is a perfect system sensory overload. You ever been into a casino?
Not really.
Oh, dude.
Not like in a Vegas.
I
or
am
like
I am not like
professional one.
I hate those scenarios. I hate those situations. I hate them on boats.
Stimulation overload.
It's just so much. And like
Right.
that's where it's like too much color. It's like I love pinball, but like at a certain point you're like, okay,
All right.
too much.
Yeah.
So I think what you said, I think there has to be a balance.
Yeah. Speaking of Spider-Verse, did you see the Nick Cage Spider-Man Noir series coming out?
I did hear about it, but like it was one of those like swipey scroll and like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. I'll see it when it comes out.
So they had a trailer come out. There's going to be 2 different ways that you can watch this series.
What?
One that's completely black and white.
No.
And one that's in color.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool experience.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me
totally
too. Like
down.
I feel like the first time I
Makes
watch it,
absolute
it's
sense.
definitely going to be black and white.
For sure.
Like
for sure.
That's the way the character is.
Yeah. He is black and white.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's a neat idea.
Yeah. Any final thoughts on the Union Road by W.D. O'Connell?
No, delicious pour.
I highly recommend go visit W.D. O'Connell. It's WDOCONNELL.com. Drop Dahi a note. Let him know that you heard about Union Road. And if you have access to it, grab as many bottles as you can.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I
It's
did.
not going to be one you regret having on your shelf.
No, definitely not. I bought every bottle I had access to.
And
Because there was one left.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I bought.
And there it is.
We'd love to know, what do you think about W.D. O'Connell's Union Road 5-year 4-cask Irish whiskey?
Yeah, because good on you if you've had the opportunity to try that one.
Yeah, and if you're in Indiana right now and you're listening to the pod and you're within the Indianapolis area,
Go grab yourself some corned beef and hash.
and find
Dahi.
he's probably at your local Irish establishment,
There you go.
and he's probably pouring up some good stuff.
Yep.
And we also love to know, what do you think about color? The vibrant
Color.
color.
Think about colors.
The vibrancy of our modern world.
Yeah, do you
Or lack
miss
thereof.
like the physical
Yeah.
color, or maybe you live somewhere where there's plenty of it, and you're just able to dodge all the gray.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's hard. Like
Where
to me,
would
like
that be?
to me, like McDonald's is like the saddest thing.
Yeah.
Of like their design nowadays of just like the gray and
Yeah.
dark brown.
That's
and
it.
It's like,
Order on a screen and
yeah, compared to like when you look at like a McDonald's from the 90s. like,
or that
it's
McDonald's
so bizarre.
on Sand Lake Road, that the Jungle McDonald's. I think that was actually in the video.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, you know the one I'm talking about? Not the big McDonald's.
Not the world's biggest.
Nah, the one that's like on the other side of the street. Well, we'd love if you get in touch with us, and you can get in touch with us through email. It's drepandstone@gmail.com. You can also get in touch with us via social media.
Wow, on social media, it's one word. It's
Yeah. It's
WDOconnell.com.
Yeah.
It's DREP and Stone. Come find us, like us, share us, because we're good to share with.
Dude, we're posting a lot of stuff on social media. Just engage with it. Just give us hit that little heart button.
Yeah,
That's all
give
you
us a
gotta
little
do.
laughy face.
Yeah, ooh,
You know?
laughy face, or that fire emoji
Ah,
thing.
man, the
Yeah.
100.
Oh yeah,
That's lit.
who don't like that? Who don't like that? We'd love it if you support the podcast. You can do so by rating Drep and Stone wherever it is you find great podcasts like this one. You can support the podcast by telling someone about Drep and Stone. And finally, you can support the podcast financially through our Patreon page. That's patreon.com/Drep and Stone.
Hell yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
May your glass overflow.
And your ass never show. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.